I just find that every time I get near the clay, something happens. And it happens still the same way. I threw on the wheel for 40 years. My body suddenly just said to me, listen, it's not for you anymore. Just turn around. And I decided that I would do the slab work. First time I designed one of these, Ian came into the studio and said, "Good God, Jo Lydia, that looks like a popcorn bag." So obviously they have in bags. They're a bag base. And everybody has to have one because everybody tells me that you don't have to arrange the flowers, they just go bloop. I don't feel like a potter anymore. I feel like I can create these wowie. I mean, who said a dinner plate had to weigh so much you couldn't lift it? Way back in the beginning, when I didn't understand what clay was, no one told me that there were rules to do with clay. I'm so absolutely grateful that I didn't meet anybody that wanted to tell me how to use clay or do with clay or what I could do with it and what I couldn't do with it, because I've had all the freedom all these years of doing exactly what I want to do. I lived in France and I fell in love with porcelain. And then I started to buy lace, and somehow Limoges and lace and everything crept into my life. I'd make something and it just didn't, because I altered my pieces on the wheel and stuff, and my throw lines were always in it. And the slab work just laid there and went, oh, well, okay, this is what you want, but it wasn't what I wanted. You couldn't do this without this music. It's not possible. And one fine day I said, well, let me try this sort of texture on this thing and let's see how it looks. Here's your bag vase. By the time the first year was over, I couldn't sell anything without lace on it. Now, if I even do a complicated sculpture, I have to find out how to put a little tiny piece of lace on it. Okay. Because that's how I connect with everybody, I guess. Ian's glazes are formulated. He formulates them according to what lace that I put on the pot.
Now, how this woman makes a pot of using impressed slabs of clay and there's not a fingerprint on it, the lace is all beautifully clear and everything else. How does she do it?
Actually, I like to do it in ivory because...
Looks like she doesn't even touch it. But of course, you've seen she does. You know, she really works it.
And this is very deep.
I do that on purpose.
I know you do. You do it to thwart me, I think.
Mostly, I'm in awe of what she does. And I just love putting a glaze on it.
Our work became much more artistic because also of the glazes. Because Ian became very quickly a master glazer, and they're like jewels. He makes everything I make look like jewels.
The base glaze moves into the second glaze, into the third glaze, and this gives it the complexity. And that's really the hallmark of our work.
Our work has changed as we moved from one country to another, to one situation on top of a mountain, to another one like this, which is in a little hollow here with woods all around us, and it's so peaceful I can't stand it. It's so wonderful. All I have to do in the summer is sit on the porch, and before I know it, I'm back in the studio. It's not work. You know, it's a way of life that we have. It's a marvelously superior way of life as far as I'm concerned, because I'm doing exactly what I want to do, and I'm having as much fun today, maybe more fun than I had when I first started.